Alright. Alright, today we're gonna be doing Mexican style pulled pork. I got the idea off of a video I saw on Facebook. The seasonings we're gonna be using are Meat Church Holy Voodoo, some street taco seasoning that I got from Walmart, I think. It's supposed to be for like fajitas and stuff. And as a binder, I'm gonna use Cholula hot sauce because that's what they did in the video. Now you start off with a pork butt. You always get bone in. Bone in keeps it together. Usually I trim off the fat cap, but there's not really much of a fat cap except this going on, so I'll probably just trim that down, put my binder on and season it and throw it on the grill. Not really much of a trimming video today. There is a little bit of fat, I lied, on the money muscle, so I'll go ahead and take that off. Get you a good carving knife, make sure you sharpen it. Oh yeah, that fat's a little thick on there. Now people say fat is flavor, which is true, but usually on pork butts after you shred it up at the ending, people take all the fat out anyway, so might as well do it at the beginning. Try not to get no meat off of that because that's the money muscle which competitors use to turn in, and apparently it's the best part of it. I honestly don't taste the difference, but I'm gonna save some meat because I gotta feed like 20 people today. Now there is a little bit of fat that I will take off here. I was gonna throw that away, but I'll just wait. Alright, it doesn't have to be pretty. It's backyard barbecue. As you can see, this is the only fat I took off. Not really much. This is an HEB brand. These are both HEB brands that I got today. I'm gonna be smoking a regular one, but I'm not gonna throw it in the video. They're both from HEB, but this is a Smithfield and this is HEB brand. And to be honest, HEB brand looks better and it was cheaper. So let's go ahead, throw this fat away. Well, actually, Lilo, here, give it to my dogs. Hot sauce. That's a binder. I'll do the bottom first. Move stitch. Supposedly hot sauce gives it a little extra flavor. I'm not a big fan of spicy, but the people who asked me to make it and the people who are gonna eat today like spicy Mexican food, so gotta please your customers. All right, we're gonna go with the Mexican one first. Now on the pork butt, I don't think there's such a thing as over seasoning. It's such a big meat portion, and you're only technically cooking the outside, so you might as well make it full of flavor. Go ahead and get the side on this. Turn it. Go ahead and pat that in. And then we're going to go on top with the Voodoo Meat Church. Big fan of Meat Church seasoning. I was a Blue Hog fan until I experienced Meat Church, and now I pretty much use it on all my cooks. But today, earlier this morning, I did decide to make my own rub and barbecue sauce, which I will do on the ribs that I am doing later. Oops, forgot this side. A little windy out here today, a little cold. Hit this side. And I am going to hit this side. Now you want to pat it in. You never want to rub it. We pat our meat, slap our butts. Mm. Alright, let's do the top side, fat side. Hot sauce. Rub it as a binder. A little more. Smell good, Stitch? Like I said, you can't over season a pork butt. You can only add more seasoning to it. Go on with the meat church. Now you want to come up a little high so it seasons evenly. Because if you do it down here, it's going to mush all up. I'm going to go ahead and throw some on this side. Come on out. There you go. I use this on chicken wings. I like a little spice, not a lot of spice. And this is the only seasoning I use on my chicken wings. And I like it. Now, that is what a fully seasoning pork butt looks like. So, all right, now we're going to throw it on the grill. I have Oklahoma Joe Tahoma. I was a big pellet grill fan. I have two of them. I'm going to go ahead and close it. I'm going to talk a little bit. This is a gravity fed, so it's charcoal and wood, but it's kind of like a hybrid of a pellet and a offset smoker. You just fill up your hopper, put some charcoal, put some wood in it, set your temp, lock it in, let it run. Now, it does run a little hot from my experience, my grill. I usually smoke pork butts at 250, and I'm going to do ribs at 250, but it runs a little hot, so I got it at 240. And my dog keeps hitting my tripod, sorry. But we're going to throw the pork butt on. And I do got a water pan for the moisture. And it also blocks the heat because that's where the damper is. So the heat comes up from here. So I put that so I can block it so it's not scorching hot or overheating, and there is moisture. Throw this bad boy on. All right. And we'll check in about 2 hours. We'll let it, we're actually going to get the other one going, throw it on, check in 2 hours, and I'll bring y'all back. All right, so we're at the 2 hour mark, and I don't really think it needs spritzing. It's moist still. Kind of hard to tell, but it's still moist. So we'll come and check in about another hour and see if it needs some spritzing. Okay, now for the salsa mix, we have olive oil, a full bottle of hot sauce Cholula, sauteed onions, jalapeños, a little bit of beef broth. All right, so we're about 5 hours in. And the pork butt has hit 165, 170 internal. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it. Yeah, it's full of juices, nice and juicy. So now what we're gonna do is throw some more seasoning on it. That's what I like to do. The video doesn't show this, but I learned this from other people. Right before they wrap it, they would throw some more seasoning. Throw some more voodoo seasoning. Let that sit in. Now, the sauce that was in the video was sauteed onions and jalapeños, beef broth, a full bottle of Cholula hot sauce, and I think that's it. Been just blender it up. So I used 3 jalapeños, chopped it up. I took out the seeds because I don't like spicy. I got 1 full onion, chopped it up, sauteed them on the stove. Put half. So I use regular Cholula and lime Cholula because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of spicy, so I still want to enjoy it. And I put some beef broth and olive oil. So now we're gonna put the sauce on it, cover it up, just throw it all on top. They had put some down first, but regardless, it's gonna get underneath while it's cooking. And man, that smells good. All right, now I'm gonna get some aluminum foil. I swear, aluminum foil is my arch nemesis. When I first started barbecuing, I could not get, see? This gets stuck on me for some reason. I have no idea why aluminum foil hates me so much. See? Never get that shit right. But still big enough to cover, so that's all that matters. Now you make sure you lock it in tight. Watch it, my love. Now we're gonna put it back on the grill. Now at this point, depending on if you want it faster, if you want to eat faster, you can crank up the heat higher. But I threw some ribs on, and I'm gonna smoke the ribs at 250 or 240, so I'm not gonna crank up the heat and just keep it smoking because it is, what time is it? It's noon and people are coming over at 5, so we're gonna slow. Okay, Daddy, hold you, come here. So we're gonna go ahead and slow smoke it until it hits temp. I got 2 pork butts on, 3 racks of ribs, and at the end, once it hits 200 probe tender, that's when you know it's done. We'll pull it and I'll show you how it looks. I'm sorry I don't get to show you how it looks when it's already shredded. By this time, people already got here. I started serving, started making tacos, and it was gone within minutes.